I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think I actually agree with what YouTube just did. Never thought I would say that. MiniLad just got demonetized for stuff that he was doing off the platform. If you guys didn't know already, MiniLad has been caught up in many allegations involving minors. It's not a good situation for him, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Sensitive Society's video on this because he covered that topic very well. But anyways, MiniLad got demonetized for stuff that was occurring off the platform. Obviously, something like this happened to Nelk recently where they got demonetized for having parties during COVID and basically disregarding social distancing and all of the orders that our government has put into place. Now in that video, I did not agree with YouTube looking into our real lives and basically policing whether or not we deserve to be demonetized or monetized based on real life stuff that occurs off the platform. And of course, they did the same thing to MiniLad because if you check out his channel, he's a fairly clean YouTuber. I don't see why he would get demonetized when there are plenty of other channels that have been monetized with way worse stuff. So the only way that MiniLad could have been demonetized was because YouTube saw all of these allegations and they decided to do something about it, which is honestly pretty cool, but I don't know how I feel about this policy still, because it basically allows YouTube to stalk me and decide whether or not I deserve their AdSense money. So basically a while back, MiniLad got exposed for sending awful text to minors. That's all I'm gonna say, because if I actually mention what he was doing, YouTube would probably just demonetize me. But MiniLad was texting minors and doing some bad stuff over Twitter and DMs and Discord, and it was pretty awful, and he finally got exposed, but MiniLad straight up won't apologize. MiniLad's apology video wasn't even an apology, it was basically him just talking and mentioning stuff and not actually bringing up the allegation. If anything, he tried to sort of talk about it for like the last 5 seconds of the video basically, and then just brushed by it. A lot of people are saying that his apology was basically just a slap to the face to his actual victims because he's not apologizing. He's just simply clearing the air. For whatever reason, his fan base is basically a cult and they just don't care how good of a person or bad of a person MiniLad is. They just follow him and like his videos for whatever reason. And MiniLad has somehow been able to manipulate his audience into thinking that he's actually a good guy and that he wasn't involved in these allegations, and even if he was, he doesn't need to apologize apparently, according to him. I think it's great that YouTube demonetized him and they stopped paying him for doing the things that he does and allowing and supporting these things to happen. And it's basically just further evidence that all these allegations were actually true. Not that you really need any more evidence because there are text messages basically everywhere showing what MiniLad has said and done to these people. It just kind of goes to show that YouTube is a dangerous game and it's very easy to become mentally unstable, mentally ill, because YouTube drives you crazy. The way you think is just not okay. And that is why YouTube is a dangerous career. Half of your old favorite YouTubers, I guarantee you, have had to take breaks from YouTube for their mental health. That or they just straight up had a mental breakdown. And just a few examples would be FouseyTube, MiniLad, Etika, people like that. They all suffered mental problems from YouTube. Now, of course, I'm not trying to make some excuse, but I'm just saying, hey, if you're gonna take this YouTube thing seriously, maybe you should take your mental health serious as well, and just don't throw your life out the window for some YouTube views. MiniLad has said that he's going to counseling, which I think is a decent thing, but still, that doesn't make up for the fact that you haven't apologized to your victims.